Today, we're going to be reading Stuck by Oliver Jeffers. I see the little boy with his kite. It all began when Floyd's kite became stuck in a tree. He tried pulling and swinging, but it wouldn't come unstuck. The trouble really began when he threw his favorite shoe to knock the kite loose, and that got stuck too. So he threw up his other shoe to knock down his favorite one, and unbelievably, that got stuck as well. In order to knock down his other shoe, Floyd fetched Mitch. Cats get stuck in trees all the time, but this was getting ridiculous. Floyd fetched a ladder. He was going to sort this out once and for all. And up he threw it. I'm sure you can guess what happened. Womp womp. The ladder was borrowed from a neighbor and would definitely need to be put back before anyone noticed. And in order to do so, Floyd flung a bucket of paint at it. And wouldn't you know it, the bucket of paint got stuck. Then Floyd tried a duck to knock down the bucket of paint, a chair to knock down the duck, his friend's bicycle to knock down the chair, the kitchen sink to knock down his friend's bicycle, Floyd's front door to knock down the kitchen sink, the family cat to knock down their front door, hello, the milkman to knock down the family cat, did you get up here the same way? And orangutan to knock down the milkman who surely had somewhere else to be. A small boat to knock down the orangutan, a big boat to knock down the small boat. Oh, and I like this picture. He's pulling the boat by the anchor. A rhinoceros to knock down the big boat, a long-distance truck to knock down the rhinoceros. That's some stuff. The house across the street to knock down the long-distance truck. Floyd? A lighthouse to knock down the house no longer across the street. A curious whale in the wrong place at the wrong time to knock down the lighthouse. Hey, what are you doing? And they all got stuck. Wait till I tell your mother. A fire engine was passing and heard all the commotion. The firemen stopped to see if they could help at all. And up they went. First the engine. Can we help at all? Followed by the firemen, one by one. Holy moly. And there he is, throwing that fireman up. And there they stayed, stuck between the orangutan and one of the boats. Firemen would definitely be noticed missing, and Floyd knew he'd be in big trouble. Then he had an idea and went to find a saw. So this whole time, Floyd has been coming up with ideas, trying to solve his problem. Everything he's tried so far has not worked. I'm a little curious how finding a saw will go. Here's his saw. He lined it up as best he could and hurled it up the tree. Now, if you're like me, I thought he'd cut down the tree to get everyone down. Instead, he throws the saw up. What now? And that was it. There was no more room left in the tree, and the kite came unstuck. Pop. If you're like me, you kind of forgot that the kite was what he was even trying to get down in the first place with all the extras. Floyd was delighted. He had forgotten all about his kite and put it to use immediately, enjoying the rest of his day very much. But what about everyone else? That night, Floyd fell asleep exhausted, though before he did, he could have sworn there was something he was forgetting. Hang on a minute, lads. I've got a great idea. Mm. So, in this story, Floyd never gives up on his ideas to solve his problem. Granted, the original problem was that he had his kite stuck in the tree. He tried and eventually found a solution to his problem, which was throwing up the saw, which was the last thing that overflowed the tree and made his kite fall down. However, most of us are thinking, you made it worse. Now all these other people are stuck. And the fireman at the end was the one that began now with an idea that he would not give up trying to solve or trying to use to solve their new problem. In science this year, even in English and other classes, there will be lots of times that you might feel stuck. And you might feel like, oh, but I'm trying and trying, and it's just not working. Don't give up, friends, because perseverance, never giving up, is a very honorable trait. And eventually, you will get it. We'll try new things, we'll try new angles, we'll keep working at it until you become unstuck and become a stronger learner.